Welcome back, True Seeker. This morning I told you to look out for the pattern of 28 and 8 on the day leaving 288 days left in the year, and that pattern hit in 3 out of 4 games, which was a winning pattern that I gave out for free to you guys. And the game that it didn't hit in didn't shock me because I told our community specifically about that game that I saw it being a betting trap, and it was the game where Vegas could win a lot of money. But notice, on the day leaving 288 days left in the year, 3 out of 4 teams that could become 28 and 8 did. Texas became 28 and 8. Furman fell to 28 and 8, and Kansas fell to 28 and 8. And we really liked Kansas to go down because Arkansas Razorbacks in Gematria equals 288. The one game where it didn't happen was the Duke Tennessee game. And like I told people, the games are rigged. The trap's been set. Tennessee doesn't have their star player. They played poorly in their first game, barely won. Duke came and played lights out, but anyone who watched the Duke-Tennessee game saw the same thing. Duke did not hustle, they didn't play hard, and they lost, and Tennessee won. And in Gematria, Tennessee Volunteers does equal 77. They won on the 77th day of the year. And when I first put out my bracket for the community, I pointed out how Duke can win in the opening game, get their 119th tournament win, and then lose to Tennessee because Volunteers equals 119. And again, my community is having a very good tournament, winning a lot. Again, there's room for improvement. I've had a lot better years in the past. But again, I put out winning information and then the troll chatter. I mean, just look at this stuff. Patriot 1983. Here's his comment at the end of the day after the big winning free information I gave the world that was shadow banned, that a lot of people who deserve to see it didn't. But here's how the trolls come in. 288 didn't play with Duke. Every game has gematria numbers. If a team wins, you say it's by the numbers. Then what happened to Arizona? Again, what happened to Arizona? Didn't I cover that in this video? They stayed on 114 neutral court wins. Princeton equals 114. There were 114 points scored in the game. They stayed on 55 points and didn't score for the last 5 minutes and picked up their 55th neutral court loss. Again, that's more proof that the games are rigged, which supports exactly what I'm saying. And again, if this guy would listen, he would have heard that already. But you should be winning every game if the system worked out, yet you are not. How is that true? Okay, so that's like understanding that a movie and a TV show is scripted. So because you understand it's scripted, you should automatically know how the show and movie is going to end. See, these are illogical thoughts from morons, and all of my trolls are just that, morons. Again, I have helped. There's no winning community of gamblers in the world outside of the Gematria community. I've been helping people win consistently at sports gambling for a decade. So anyway, then he goes on, am I a moron? Because you just go back and forth when it suits you, and if a team like Arizona loses, you find some other numbers as to why that is? I mean, what point is this person making? I mean, it just sounds like a moron, right? And then the next guy, Todd McAtter, says, Sports Gematria exposes him. Actually, Sports Gematria doesn't expose me. What they do is they cherry pick things to make me look bad, and they're very slanderous and a total loser that hides behind an avatar and you don't know who their name is. But the other day we did get to hear their voice for the first time, and just as I suspected, they speak with a lisp, which means they're probably a butt pirate, because who else would dedicate their whole life to trolling somebody? If for people who don't know, he's talking about a channel that's been trolling me every day since 2016. Can you imagine if your whole life was just about trolling somebody and you didn't make videos about anything else? And again, that guy's I don't even need to say anymore, just a total joke of a human being. Meanwhile, again, you guys will never there's nobody else who's ever graced this earth. This is just a fact, 1,000,000% fact. There's nobody else who's ever graced this earth who's proven definitively how college and professional sports are scripted, and there's nobody in the history of the world who's ever nailed more futures. And I've only been at this for a decade. Again, the resume will continue to build. And everyone in my community knows who I did say the most likely team to win the championship is, and it was not Arizona. So we'll see. We'll see if I end up being right. And then he also writes, he doesn't care, just always someone new coming along he can convince. Actually, you know what these people do, why they hang around and troll 24/7 and 365? They're always trying to convince the new people that there's some kind of deception going on here, when again, look at almost all the free picks I put out for the community. They're winners, winners, winners. Meanwhile, there's Gematria clones and people who try to bite my style and aren't good with the knowledge and do a really bad job. They put out nothing but false free picks, and nobody trolls them. The real reason I get trolled is because I help people win. So, again, complain all day. And here, you know what? While we're at it, let's just recap today. Let's talk about how we did today. So, again, the free knowledge I put out, if you took it, you had a nice winning day. You hit on 3 out of 4 bets and a nice upset. Again, Furman went to 28-8. And again, San Diego State equals 139. It's their 54th season. The Furman coach became 139-54. Game just happened to be 139 days after the San Diego State coach's birthday. Again, the only game where the 28-8 pattern failed, but not a surprise. Tennessee Volunteers 77 on the 77th day of the year. First game of the day finished was in the women's tournament. Indiana beat Tennessee State with 77 points. Might have been a clue for what was to come in this game. Again, Arkansas Razorbacks 288, Arkansas 132, Kansas falls to 28-8. Bill Self gets the 132nd loss, and Arkansas gets the W. Princeton, we talked about how they had a decent to upset. It seemed like the numbers were better for Missouri in this game, but Princeton could pick up their 23rd win and get to 23-8. Special number. It's big in basketball. Kobe born on 23-8. Philly's not too far from Princeton. Michael Jordan, who played his last game in Philly, Michael Jordan equals 238. Kobe born on 23-8. Houston got their 33rd win over the Tigers. Tigers 33. Texas got to 28-8. UCLA Northwestern, it looked a little bit better for UCLA. We thought Northwestern was worth $1 parlay. Another team that lost was 63, most recurring number. And how many times did I talk about 31-13 with Alabama? Maryland gets their 13th loss versus Alabama. Alabama gets their 31st win, plus the game was in Alabama. Our community had a really nice day today. We're having a winning tournament. My picks are over 70% for the tournament. And again, haters can hate all they want. Liars can slander all they want. Come find out what it's all about. You sign up with me for a year. It's $5 a month. That works out to $60 a year. A lot of people in my community, the first day here, they're up hundreds. So those are facts. Come find out. Join the team. Till next time.